Every year, thousands of construction workers are injured or killed because of on-the-job accidents. My guest today is North Carolina personal injury attorney Michael A. DeMayo of the law offices of Michael A. DeMayo. He's going to talk with us about this topic. So Michael, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Cindy.
Well, Michael, what are some of the most common examples of construction accidents that you see?
What we see in our practice as a fairly general occurrence is people that fall from different levels of scaffolding. Either they're painting or doing construction or assembling or creating a new construction project. Oftentimes falls can be anywhere from 5 to 10 feet, and we've had people fall as much as 30 and 40 feet and survive. The injuries are obviously usually horrendous. Other types of problems and or accidents or occurrences we see are trenching accidents where people get smothered or covered doing work maybe underground, and finally falling debris. Articles may fall from a different part of the work site and ultimately impact an individual, causing them great bodily harm.
Okay, now how common is it that these accidents involve a safety violation of some sort?
It's very common. Unfortunately, notwithstanding OSHA requirements, federal and state requirements for different things like harnesses and a type of construction for the scaffolding and retaining and or maintaining work sites in a proper, safe fashion, it's unfortunately fairly common for things to be done that are in violation of the rules. And ultimately, notwithstanding the fact that the government and or the state entity may come in later and fine or sanction the employer, that doesn't obviously help the injured individual who's already suffered as a result of those violations.
Okay, now Michael, is workers' compensation the only recourse here?
As a general rule in North Carolina, unfortunately, work comp is generally the only form of recovery. Generally, it's the exclusive form. We have something in North Carolina called Woodson claims, which says that if the behavior or the conduct of the employer is so egregious to rise to the level of gross negligence, then sometimes you can get above and beyond compensation separately in regards to the workers' comp coverage. There's also an opportunity in construction accidents because oftentimes you have a construction site where there are subs and there are a number of different entities working on the site. And if it's a third-party claim, then yes, there can be a claim made on behalf of the individual against that entity and also a workers' comp claim.
Okay, and Michael, what can the injured worker actually recover for if he files a claim?
Well, if it's a work comp claim, they're obviously entitled to their medical bills and their wages up to 2/3 their salary. If it's a perm total or some sort of significant level of impairment, then a lot of times we are able to clinch for the case and get the person, in essence, pain and suffering for their workers' comp case, even though there's not such an animal technically on a workers' compensation case. If it's a third-party claim, then all the normal claims would apply, meaning they'd be entitled to their medical bills, any lost wages, and pain and suffering. So depending on where the recovery is, generally you can make the person whole, obviously under the work comp scenario, but if there's a third-party claim, then that's additional recovery.
Very good. Well, Michael, if someone has specific questions, how can they reach the law offices of Michael A. DeMayo?
They can call our office or contact us by email or text us. And the three options are toll-free, 1-877-333-1000. They can look at our website, which is DeMayoLaw.com, or they can text us at 333-100, put in the word DeMayo, and they'll be given some options how to further communicate with our office.
Michael, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
This is Cindy Speaker for Main Street Law.